नो भुनक्तु सर्ववीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्याप्य सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सर्वश्रुतिशिरो विराज्यपदाम्बुजः वेदान्ताम्बुजसूर्यो यः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चैतन्यशाश्वतशान्तो व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनारपरातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ज्ञानशक्तिसमारूढः तत्त्वमाला विभूषितः मुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदाता च तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्त कर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदायिने तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। शोषणं भवसिन्धोश्च यावनं सारसम्पदः गुरोपादोगतं सम्यक् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। न गुरोर्यं तत्त्वं न गुरोर्यं तपः तत्त्वज्ञानात् परं नास्ति तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मन्नाथ श्रीजगन्नाथ सद्गुरु श्रीजगद्गुरु मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुराज्ञानाधीष्ट गुरुपरं दैवतं गुरुपरं नास्ति तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुः च सखा त्वमेव विद्या सर्वं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवते त्वमेव सर्वं अनंत संसार समुद्रतार नौकारिकाभ्यां वैराग्य साम्राज्य पूजनाभ्याम् नमो नमः श्री गुरुवायुराभ्याम् नमो नमः श्री गुरुवायुराभ्याम् अवेववाराशि विशाखराभ्याम् सौभाग्यदावां सुगमालिकाभ्याम् पूर्वीकृतानां प्रतिपत्तयेषाम् नमो नमः श्री गुरुवायुराभ्याम् नमो नमः श्री गुरुवायुराभ्याम् नताययो श्रीपतितां समीयुः नताययो श्रीपतितां समीयुः कदाचिदप्याशु दरिद्रवर्याः मूकाश्च वाचस्पतितां हिताभ्याम् नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम् नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम् नारीकनिकाशपदाहृताभ्याम् नारीकनिकाशपदाहृताभ्याम् नानाविमोहादिनिवारिताभ्याम् नानाविमोहादिनिवारिताभ्याम् नमः जनाभीष्टतते प्रदाभ्याम् नमः जनाभीष्टतते प्रदाभ्याम् नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम् नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्. So what are we seeing? Natalayo, those who surrender, Shripatitam Samiruhu. The Lord, Shripati is the Lord Krishna. The Padukas, as though take them to the Supreme Lord. The knowledge is supreme. Padukas symbolize the knowledge. Kadachidapyashu daridravayam. They may be very poor, but very quickly the Padukas take them to the Supreme Lord. Mukastra vachaspadikam hitam. Even those who are not able to speak, mukha, they will become eloquent in speaking. That is the glory of the Padukas, the grace of the Guru. Then, Nalikanikasha Padahritam and Nana Vimohadi Vivarikam. So these Padukas, they remove the ignorance and the desires, Nana Vimoha and the delusions. All the three. How Namarjana, when we surrender, then our mind becomes open and the knowledge flows. One gets out of sense of Jiva Bhav and desire. Namarjana Abhishta Tade Pradhartham. So those who surrender, they get what is the best? Abhishta. Namo Namah Shri Guru Paduka. Now we were on lesson number 5. And we were seeing 3 fundamental values of life, and which are also the pillars of Sanatana Dharma. And they are Satyam, Ahimsa, and Brahmacharya. So we saw the meaning. Brahmacharya is moderation in all aspects of life, not to go into extremes. That is Brahmacharya. And literal meaning of Brahmacharya etymologically means one whose mind resides in Brahman. So a person who lives in this kind of self-control, which is neither suppression nor complete indulgence, that person is able to lift the mind away and realize the absolute. So that was brahmacharya. That is practiced at the body level. Then ahimsa is practiced at which level? Ahimsa at the body level you can practice, but complete ahimsa at body level may not be possible. Minimum ahimsa will happen because the law is life subsists on life. So we can do minimum ahimsa indeed. And we also saw about vegetarianism last time on video we saw. So ahimsa is mainly at the mental level where we don't hurt anybody, don't think of ill of anybody. In the mind we invoke love. And then automatically when the mind is filled with love, compassion, care, at the speech level and body level also we don't like to hurt. So ahimsa is practiced at the mental level. And now we come to satya. That is at the intellectual level. So now our national emblem says what? Satyameva, truth alone wins. So what is truth or what is Satya? One has to define. Okay, living up to one's beliefs. That's the definition of intellectual, definition of Satyam in terms of intellectual honesty. Like not compromising with one's own conviction. Anything else? If we have to just say truth as a value, what does the truth mean? Not lying, correct. So at the speech level, we say truth is not lying. Dharma, thoughts. But dharma is so many things includes, which is one part of that. Dharma, that's absolutely. Like when we say ahimsa, it means being non-violent, not thinking of hurting people at the mental level. Like that, Satyam, one point we understood is okay, not compromising with one's conviction, not lying. But as a definition, what is truth? Generally, we always limit it to speaking. If I don't lie, then I'm speaking the truth. That's at the speech level. As a concept, truth means what? Think what action is to correct. So that is integrity. Thinking, speaking, acting. There is alignment in all the three. That is expression of truth at all the three levels. Then that person is called an integrated person. Truth literally means that which remains the same in the past, present, and future. That is called as the truth. This is a definition of absolute truth also. And even in the world, when we say the truth, that doesn't change. In the changing world, as long as one holds on to that part, which is not changing. Suppose we say that I am a man, that will not change. Until one says, okay, some gender change, surgery, one whatever. Then that is the truth. Then that has changed. Then that is the truth that is not contradicted. You have changed the gender, then that has become the truth. Now that cannot be contradicted. So that which remains uncontradicted, that is called as the truth. And this is important. Why? Because when we are seeking permanent happiness, the permanent happiness can come only when we hold on to that which is permanent. It cannot come by holding on to things which are constantly changing. So Satyam as an intellectual value helps us to have a certain anchoring in life. Otherwise things are changing. Satyam gives the anchoring. Like how in Ganga, when Constantly the Ganga is flowing. If I want to take a dip, what do? I have to hold on to some chain and then take a dip. Otherwise, I will get carried away. In that way, in this world which is constantly changing, what is that which will give me an anchor? Satyam is that which gives an anchor. So, does truth have value today? The answer honestly. Don't answer because you are in something.
But this evaluation of truth is so complicated for us simple as value, but it's so difficult to give up.
Agreed. So that is possible because people don't like the truth because one has one's own attachments and all.
Because we find that don't not everyone. If you tell the truth, people will get hurt.
But we can tell the truth in a way in which it doesn't hurt them. If it hurts them, then it is now their problem because they are attached to something. Our responsibility is to tell the truth, tell it politely, tell it for the best. That is our responsibility. If it hurts, now it is up to them and we can see how we can help them to cope with it. Those things we can do. But by itself, actually, if a person is a seeker of truth, then one will be ready to accept it. Generally, one is more comfort loving, one is more attached to one's own ideas, things. So then truth becomes control. So truth does it have a value or not? What's it? Why do we say that? Generally, we see people are very happy to come from us. They say that if you are truthful, it is very idealistic. Yes, but you cannot be truthful. We teach our children also to be smart. You should know how to make your way, be smart. Because somebody who is truthful is Vichara Bhala will be taken for the right, will get exploited in the world.
We are speaking of truth, and I don't know about the other person, but one is very light in mind.
Okay. That is one important aspect that when we speak the truth, then we are free. There is no nothing inside, no burden, no guilt, no fear, nothing. Any other reason? Why does the truth have value?
Truth always wins.
Again, that's the important part. Many people, that's why they don't follow truth because they say, oh, anyway, it will win, but in the process, I've lost so many things.
Basically, it's your mental peace, which helps you to keep yourself up. You're saying the truth, always, and it will help you to go better.
Correct. So one is my mental peace. In the society, does it have a value superior to us? Internally, yes, I value it for my peace, my growth. In the society, when I am amongst people, work, society, then does it have a value? But people are happy to cover up for each other. Go on. That's very temporary. That is
Happened once, twice.
That's
So what we say, what you give, you get. When you are going to tell the lie, you will get the lies back.
There is no integrity in your relationship.
If you have trustworthiness, if I am not truthful, will I be trustworthy? Can I trust somebody who I know is lying? And if I am lying, can somebody trust me? Trust factor will be lost. Today, one of the things they speak in corporate world is called trust deficit. Trust deficit is very high. Another trust each other. Then who will stab you at the back, or who will suddenly wind up and business closed, all your money gone. One doesn't know what will happen next. Trustworthiness is not. In the world also there is a value for truth, but the issue is each one wants the other to follow that. It has. Even the person who lies is clearly that he is speaking the truth. I will believe a lie only because it is presented to me as a truth. The person who is lying also is taking the shelter of the truth only. By itself, lie doesn't exist on its own. It needs the support of the truth. Second, even those who are cheating, they have their code of ethics and they have to be true to their words. A dishonest person also wants their subordinates to be honest to them. They say also, don't do it. You need a slang. Don't be shahad with me. You keep it to the world. Like that. We want to do wrong, we may do wrong business, but we want to employ honest. We have to be true to it. We should not do it. There is a value for truth, no doubt. Trustworthiness, cleanliness, so many things are there. The thing is, somehow one has come to believe that shortcuts are required and quick means to become rich or famous or powerful. So one compromises. But there is a price also to pay with it. You see so many examples of successful people who have reached the top and one mistake and the entire effort of the whole lifetime. Why? Because compromise with the truth. Some greed came into the mind, some comfort came into the mind. So why should I not be dishonest? As we already discussed. One is that the personality becomes weak. There is a doer and knower split in us. I know what is wrong, but I am doing what is wrong. So there is no integrity between thinking, speaking, and doing. That disintegration creates a lot of agitation. I can't be at peace. Now, when I can't be at peace with agitation, tension, fear of discovery, all this when it comes, my productivity also will become less. Now, one may say that what about those who ignore all this? There are enough people who are doing the wrong things and who are prospering and they are living the happy life. They have allowed their conscience to, and they put it to rest. It doesn't free go. But actually that is not true. They may escape from that, but the conscience will be there. They may not want to face it. So they run here, there, do whatever things, escape from it. But it will haunt. And from inside it will keep on hitting. So the peace of mind comes only when there is this. Self-esteem will go low. So they will show it in terms of aggression, power, domination, and then all that is possible. But actually it is because the person is feeling hollow from inside. There is no inner strength because truth is not being followed. It's always better to follow the truth and be strong from inside and maybe have less. That is another misconception sometimes that if I am truthful, I will have this. It's not necessary. Because the advantages of being truthful are also that we build goodwill. We build trust. And even in business, goodwill and trust play a very important part. If the person has to trust, he will even do any business. So, when a person follows that, the person's personality itself is strong. And the culture in that whole place, the company, that person will keep it, with integrity, with truthfulness, honesty. Not following the truth, all this happens. Weak willpower, whatever one wants to do, if one sets a goal for oneself, the mind will say, what will you achieve? You are such a weak, you can't do anything. One will insert oneself. Naturally, one does not trust people because if I am not being truthful, I will keep doubting who is cheating me. Many people are taking me also for a ride. So I will not be able to trust people. And people also won't trust such a person. Much more memory and strength. I have to remember a lot what lies I told to whom, when, where, and maintain it. If I have told the truth, I don't have to have great memory. People who tell lies need a lot of memory. So, two volunteers, come fast. We'll do a simple activity. So now your activity is simple. What you have to do is whatever questions I ask you, you have to tell the lie. You should not tell the truth. Okay, and you can't think a lot. Fatapat you have to answer immediately. Okay, what's your name? Where do you stay? Ask. What is your profession?
Running.
What's your hobby? What do you eat?
Nothing.
What time do you get up?
Night.
How much time do you sleep in a day?
20 hours.
What's your name?
Oh,
Gone. Gone. First what did he say? Ajay.
that's it.
That's what happens. When you tell lies, you have to remember all. Where do you stay? What's your hobby? Sleeping. What's your profession? Running. Now, this is what happens. One has to remember all the lies that one has said. Remember some of the memory one has. Okay, now you are. Okay. That's all activity. There is a simple activity when one understands that I have to keep on explaining so much. So, intellectual honesty, what is it? When I hold on to an ideal without compromising, that is called intellectual honesty. Whatever I am convinced of, I should not compromise in that. Simple. Suppose I know that drinking is not good for health. Whatever be the reason, I should not drink. No, some social drinking is there. We have to give some time. So why are you dying together every day? Social drinking. Huh?
Dying together.
Yeah, because that's how it is. Social drinking means social dying. It's like saying together we will all come and eat poison. I agree that. I am convinced and science proves, the so-called scientific people nowadays, scientific research has proved how many percent of alcohol is good for health? 0%. Proper documented research. Then why am I drinking still? I am living in a tropical climate, that was. Some people who live in very, very cold places, they may say that to handle the cold and we need to drink a little brandy or whatever. They may have even some reason. We are in a tropical climate, such a hot place, and then drinking is not good for the body. Liver goes and so many things happen. Still one will drink. Why? No, it's a norm. Intellectual conviction is to say that no, I will not drink. What will do? What will happen? Maximum, some 4 people will make some fun of me. Then they will apple juice every time. It's good for my body. I will think that. On rest of the issues, I can, connect with you. But on this, I disagree. I won't touch. And if I hold on to my principles, that is investment. That is. See, today our children are going through so many issues because the satyam, the ability to hold on to the truth is not there and they fall for the peer pressure. That ability that whatever I am convinced by, I will not compromise. That ability is called Satya. And why should I do that? The very famous line. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for some value, some stand one must have in life. Otherwise, one is just carried away by anything and everything. So, if there are certain values, so great people, each of them will be known for some specific value, definitely which they will not compromise. Vivekananda was known for fearlessness. Steve Jobs, let us say, is known for innovation. Different people. Dr. Abdul Kalam, he is known for, he is known for as a scientist, but as a value, he really loved his country. And he put the country above himself. Examples like that, when we hold on to from the Puranas, if we take, Karna is known for charity, giving. Each person, when they hold on to certain values, Sri Ram is known for dharma. Uncompromisingly, he followed dharma of all the rules that he played. So, what is that value which I hold on to, which I am convinced of? Gurudev was known for simple value also of punctuality. Many other things that he is known for, but I am giving a simple example. Punctuality. He will be on time. Wherever he has to go. Whatever talks, the talks will begin on time. Punctuality. So what is that value which I am convinced of? And can I hold on to that uncompromisingly? Suppose one says that I really value my health. Then uncompromisingly, am I able to do things which will help me to keep my body healthy? Whether it is jogging, swimming, yoga, aerobics, whatever. I need good food, sleep properly. Then I value health. So I am uncompromisingly doing all the things which will lead me to that. So as a value, Satyam is not very difficult to practice. If I understand what it is and the practical implication, we should not limit it only to speaking. Even speaking wise, yes, one should be able to hold on to that. And I will speak the truth and I will not lie. I will not hide. I will not mask. How to present the truth so that it is not hurting, that is our responsibility for sure. There are different levels of the truth. Truth in thought is what we just spoke. We hold on to the convictions, don't compromise. And also it means be who you are. Do not imitate people. A lot of times in the world, we do things only to imitate. We may not want it, but we need to imitate, we need to make a show, impress people. We don't really value it or we don't like it, but we have to do it because we feel that it is required. Be yourself. Suppose my child wants to take a career which is a non-conventional career. Let the child take. No, what will the society say? What will happen to his future? Then you push the child into doing something which the child doesn't like. So that is, neither one is following Satya Nara, putting the child's life also into problem. That one feels that the child's life must be secure, that emotion is understood. But the child has his or her own freedom not to take what the child wants to. And today the career options have opened up so much. Earlier, did anybody think that there is a career option called YouTuber? Today there is a career option called YouTuber. They write, what is your profession? YouTuber. Earning in millions. You know that What the person is called, I don't know. Bhuvan Bam. He is India's top
Yes, YouTube.
person in YouTube. He's a single person and he makes all the videos with his one simple phone and takes up different roles and makes the videos very creatively. And how many followers? Millions of people. It's his career. So, what we have to do when we understand that this is where I belong, this is what is my dharma, my temperament, to be true to that. That is called Satya.
It's time to develop.
Possible. It takes time to discover that what is my temperament. But it is also possible that some people already know it. Like many people early in life they discover it. So whenever I discover it, at that point we have to see what is the circumstance, what am I able to do, how am I able to do it. Truth in feelings is sadbhavana. Positive feelings for all, no hatred, that is same as our ahimsa, what we spoke. Then comes speech, satvani. How do I speak? When I speak, do I speak the truth? Do I speak it lovingly and do I speak for the benefit? Satyam, Priyam, Hitam, Mitam. 4 points about speaking. There are many people who say that, Swamiji, I just say the truth. I call a spade a spade. If they feel that is their problem. If they feel that is their problem, provided I have not called the spade as a spade bluntly. I need to see how I can say it right. When somebody is blind, will we say blind? Oh, blind man, come here. No. The same thing we can express more politely when we say prajna chakshu. And it's such a nice expression because that person is not seeing with the physical eye, the person is seeing from the eye of wisdom, eye of intuition. So it is the truth only. It is not flattery. It is not lies. It is the truth but expressed politely. One very good example of this is when Shri Ram was told that tomorrow morning you will be crowned as the prince. So he heard and he went and the preparation started. And after some time he is called and what is he told? You have to go to the forest, 14 years. Vanvas. So now Rike told this. Now Dashrath Maharaj is heartbroken. This news has to be given to Kaushalya. Now, how to tell this to Kaushalya? Bhagwan Ram, when he goes to her, he doesn't say, look at your husband, he gave me the kingdom before and now he's in the forest, there is something, nothing. Simple, he said, Pita Dina Mohan Kananadati. Father has given me the kingdom of the forest. He was not disturbed at all. And the way in which he communicated the truth in a non-hurting way. That is our responsibility. How to tell the truth in a way where it is the words I can present in a polite way. And that is our duty. One cannot say that I just don't want it. The way it has to be applied. How to present it. And if that is beneficial, then only speak. Somebody's daughter ran away with somebody's son. What is the point of even telling that? It is no, and it is just gossip. So the idea is Satyam Vada, Priyam Vada, Hitam Vada. And also Mitam Vada, speaking measured words. Otherwise, sometimes one goes on speaking what one wants to communicate, that doesn't come out clearly. Or one doesn't communicate at all. And one keeps waiting, explain, say what you want to say properly. You are not explaining it properly. So measured words, not too less, not too much. Then that is Satyam at the speech level. Satyam at the action level is Vrata. Whatever we take up to develop willpower, whatever austerity we take up, that is Satyam Vrata. So it can be upvas, it can be mount. It can be like people take, for 1 year I will not eat chocolate, that type of a vrat. And one sticks to that. That develops the ability to uh, stay firm on whatever one is convinced by. So one say that, every Ekadashi I will do fast, or every year on Shivratri I will do fast, or Navaratri 9 days I will do fast, whatever it is. Amrata one has to come. Or every week I will do at least 4 hours of mount, some sadhana. Now that develops the willpower. And these are all the methods by which one develops a inner strength and Satya one can follow. And last is to take the behavior, Sat Achar. One should be able to fulfill the duties in our relationship, the roles that we play. One loves everybody, is kind and nice to everybody, and very transparent in the relationship. No hiding, no cheating. Unfortunately, that has become such a norm today. People hide so much from each other. One doesn't know whom are you actually relating to. Because when the truth comes out, then one feels that whom I was relating to so far. This person is somebody else only. So there is so much of disharmony in the relationships. When there is no transparency, there is no trust. People hide with each other. Each one has their own attachments to protect. And they don't want the image to be spoiled. So then they relate with each other with such hollowness. And then it breaks the heart when the truth is known. So all that is so much of unnecessary things that one goes through in life. If one follows the value of truthfulness, if one made a mistake, something happened, some temptation happened, some compromise happened, go and tell. Face the consequence of it. Rather than hiding, and then one day it comes out and then. Because one fact is very clear. Truth cannot be hidden. What is the truth will reveal itself. That's why that line is actually Upanishad line. Satyameva jayate. 2 questions. Number 1, where is this line from? And number 2, what is the complete line? Any idea? Which scripture is this line from? Our national language. Not taught in history. No, actually it is taught. But we must have forgotten. Whole line may not be taught, I don't think. Use, first use. It is from Vedanta. Yes, Gita. No, Ramayana is not in Vedanta. Ramayana is Purana. It is from Upanishad. Which Upanishad? Mundaka Upanishad. And what is the full line? Satyameva jayate na amritam. That is the full line. Truth alone wins, not falsehood. Satyameva jayate na amritam. That's the truth. That's the full line. So the truth cannot be covered. It cannot be hidden. It will always be, it will reveal itself. How much ever one tries to suppress it, put it down, cannot be because it's the truth. The entire universe lives based on the truth. For however long it appears that we have suppressed the fact, So it will come out. And the consequences of not being truthful, as we saw already, they are quite a lot. Internally and externally both. And especially for a spiritual seeker. See, if people in the world don't follow the truth, that itself will have its own result. Karma phala will be there. But those who want to know the absolute truth, those who want permanent happiness, those who want God realization, self-realization, for them there is no other method except truth. Because I cannot discover the absolute through the path of falsehood. Because falsehood we saw disintegrates the personality. No word, doer, speak happens. And here we need to integrate the personality and rise beyond it. So the very important aspect is that. So truthfulness helps to make more friends also, brings about a positive progress because there is trustworthiness, there is transparency. Even for a leader, you see, integrity is a foundation. So many of these leaders, they have become famous and strong because they are they value the integrity that they have. Credibility, peace of mind. So never underestimate the power of the truth. And we say Satyameva Jayate now will come. It is a very powerful line from the Upanishad. It may appear that at a certain phase the individual, the society, the country and everything is going for a toss and corruption is the normal scene, but it will not last long. Even you saw this time, even in the elections, one of the reasons why they came back to power with so much of majority is one of the reasons because no scams in the last 5 years. There may be many other things to it, but at least what was happening earlier, people had some faith, okay, that will all stop now. One may say at different levels, different things are going on, maybe going on, but major scams are not happening. We don't expect society will become suddenly 100% clean. But at least the major scams are not happening and people value. This is what it is, so yeah. So one who understands that very clearly that generally this is what will be there. That if truthfulness is there, we build our credibility. Otherwise, it is very hollow. One of the quotes of the Tata group, Ratan Tata said very nicely, integrity is very important to me. I have tried to continue the foundations of the group in terms of operating with integrity and with the value system. And I would hope that will be followed after me, and that this is one of the strengths that we have and differentiator that we have. And we should in fact nurture it and cherish it and fight for it ferociously. So integrity plays a very, very big role, even in the business world. So as I said earlier, the seeker's path is through the truth. The same Mundaka Upanishad has another line which says, Satyena Pantha Vitato Devayanaha. It is through the path of truth in this world that we discover the absolute truth also. If I follow false values, I am lying, I am cheating, to realize the absolute truth is not possible. The Vedas are very, very clear about that. Why is that so? Because the means to discover that absolute truth, that means only will not be there. Unity of mind is not there, intellectual conviction is not there. How will I realize that my nature is beyond body, mind, and intellect? And I am so much identified with the body, mind, and intellect that hence I am lying and I am living a very false life value. So, absolute truth can be discovered only through relative. When we say, Nandi, the Vahan of Shivji is Nandi. Why is Nandi the Vahan? Nandi is the bull, and bull represents Dharma, and Shivji represents Brahma. Absolute truth. We are the vehicle of the Dharma, or relative truth, is the absolute truth. So this is about Satya. And one who follows the truth at a relative level, what is the absolute truth that person discovers? Sat, Chit and Anand. Chidananda is our true nature. That is the absolute truth. And so these three values, Satyam, Ahimsa and Brahmacharya, they make up the core foundations of any individual as well as any society also. And in Sanatana Dharma, these are the three pillars, foundation. All the values can be pinned down to these three, Satyam, Ahimsa and Brahmacharya. Now the next part of this lesson is about harmony and poise. When we live in the world, there are disturbances that come. External challenges are there, there is competition, there is strife, there is struggle, there is stress, worry, unreasonable timelines, so many things which are there. These are, we cannot escape it. One has to deal with them, one has to face. And there are also internal disturbances, our own uncontrolled desires, agitations, anger, greed, jealousy, all those internal disturbances are. External factors I may not be able to control, but internal factors I can definitely control. So this chapter is about how one can be in harmony with the world outside by ensuring how we relate to the world outside. So the example given is of the bacteria and the immunity. So constantly our body is being attacked by the germs and the bacteria, etc. Can we change that outside? Can we say no bacteria, no germs? It cannot be. World is made up of all this. It will be there. But then how do I live a healthy life? Make my immunity strong. So challenges, problems, difficulties from the world outside will keep coming. I should know how to tune up myself to be able to handle them and become strong from within. So a life of harmony is living in harmony with the world, one grows in strength and gains mastery over situations of life. Now what is that life of harmony? When we can't stop things outside, then we need to know how to respond to them from inside. So how do I live in harmony? Very important thing is to rise above the egocentric view of life. Many challenges that come to us are not actually challenges from outside, but they are a wrong way of relating it from within. Simple example, if I give an instruction to my child does not listen. Now the mind, what can the mind say? The mind feels, how much I am going to this child. Not obedient, not listening to me. My instruction is not listening. What will people say? There is no respect for me. Now I am dealing with the whole thing from a egocentric standpoint. But if I try to find out, okay, why is the child not listening? Is the child having a problem? Is the child having some attachment, some weakness? What is the main issue? Then I am dealing with it not from ego standpoint, but I am trying to find out where is the problem and see if I can help and change. It may be a wrong value system, it may be so many things. But instead of taking it objectively, what do I do if I take it egoistically? Then there will be some. So many problems that come in life, we take them very personally. No one is sitting in a meeting. One is giving ideas. Some idea one gives, and now that is not accepted. Now what was rejected is the idea, but I will reject. That means I have taken it from ego standpoint. Many challenges that come in life, there are a lot of challenges because they are viewed from an egoistic standpoint. If we don't view it from egoistic standpoint, it is not a problem anymore. And we can then focus on how to solve it. So, how to rise above the egoistic standpoint? Keep in mind the totality. Keep in mind the bigger picture. When we think about the bigger picture, that what is the objective of life, what is the goal of my life, or in this cosmic plan, this entire universe, what is my problem? It is very, very small. If I learn to put the issue in perspective, then what happens? I can deal with it without getting overwhelmed. Without magnifying the problem to be so huge, I can deal with it in its perspective. So this is an important aspect to rise above the egocentric view of life. Everything need not be made personal and judgmental. That's not necessary. Here is one small simple video. Generally, one is always identified with one body, one is very limited. But if I keep the totality of the universe in mind, our problems are actually nothing. Sun is so big, enter that or when the sun becomes so small, enter is like 15, maybe the 15 biggest, that person from what we know. This universe is so huge, so many more galaxies and all that. In front of that whole universe, now we think our problem. And what is Vedanta saying? That's the most fascinating. This video is about humility, understanding. But what is Vedanta saying? That you are that pure consciousness from which all this has come. Entire creation has come from us as a truth. But forgetting that, now we are identified with one equipment. So now the problems of this one equipment they are seen as they are huge, unsolvable. So life can come in harmony the moment we put it in perspective. One more video here. See this. So so many different clusters which were there. Now they will zoom in. They're zooming out, now they zoom in. The idea of this video was what is in us in the microcosm that is there in the macrocosm also. What when you zoom out, what we find the entire universe is nothing. In the big picture when we see, it's like looking like what? Small dots, things which are flying across. When you zoom in also, that's what they find. The microcosm and the macrocosm is the same. What is here is out there. So a person who knows this very clearly, will start anchoring living, will start anchoring values, will start putting things in perspective. So this is where it is. The vision of totality must be there with us and not magnify the problems beyond what they are actually. Otherwise, they will become undue proportions and they will overpower the person. And the person doesn't know how to solve it because the mind has now become stressed. It is worried. It doesn't know how to respond. What is this? Orchestra. What is the significance of an orchestra? Harmony. Coordination, harmony. Because there is a conductor and each one plays their own role. They have their instruments, they have their notes, and they know when to play, what to play, how much to play, everything they know. And with the signs they follow, there will be beautiful music that comes out. In the same way, this whole universe is actually like an orchestra. And who is the conductor? Is the Lord. Through the life, many signs also come to us, which we can follow. Then life will be in harmony, music comes out beautiful. But when we are not in tune with the Lord within, and we are not able to follow the signs, then each one is playing their own notes, and then disharmonious music comes out. So the world is an orchestra and the people are the artists. And each plays their own instrument under the guidance of the coordinator. If one is not tuned to the entire group, the discordant notes would disturb everyone. So egocentric living is that. We have that discordant note. Now one may say, but no, in orchestra, everybody has to play nicely. In the world, I may be vigorously, but what about other people? They also have to be vigorously. Only there will be harmony. No doubt. That's a limitation of the example. And slowly one will understand that. And each one is at a different level of evolution. In an orchestra, everybody is having a certain expertise. and then they come together. But in the world, there are people at different levels of evolution. I can't keep waiting for others to rise in their evolution, then I will become egoless. If I want peace and happiness, I have to become egoless here and now. So self-centered living can be ended in the understanding that one is a member of the entire community and what best I can do for the individual evolution and for society. I must do that. This can apply to family also. Harmony in the family comes when each individual is able to work with the entire family's good and happiness in mind. In that there will be some who may not understand, but one can't keep waiting for them. One has to do what is good for the family, for the totality. I have to do. So problems can be viewed as one of the numerous problems of the society, country, or the world. The moment I expand my view, it will fall into place. And we see it in perspective, we are not overwhelmed and we can solve. So at which level do I choose to identify? Whether at family level, community level, state level, country level, international level, universe level, whichever level. Now it's about individual level and then harmony can be achieved. So it is not a life of uninterrogated acceptance, docile surrender, whatever happens, just it is not that. But it is a dynamic silence amidst the dim and gloom. Inside, if I am able to hold on to certain things which make me strong, then whatever is the road outside, whatever is the disturbance outside, I can still deal with it. Mahabharata is the biggest example where Bhagavan tells Arjuna that you have to fight. But you fight not for your sake. You fight because you are to protect them. So Pandavas were exploited, but life of harmony doesn't mean they will continue to allow them to exploit the Kauravas. When they have to stand up for it, they stood up for it. But keeping the bigger picture in mind, they didn't fight for revenge, they didn't fight for land, they didn't fight for property. They fought because Dharma has to be protected. And it is their duty as Kshatriyas to protect Dharma. So then they did. So life of harmony doesn't mean, sometimes it can be that I have to fight it out. Harmony does not mean that there will not be any fight. There may be. If that is required, we do it. Adharmic forces or wrong things are one has to counter, one will counter. But last option will be fighting. Earlier option one has to first choose. So the chapter ends with this beautiful analogy of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva spends a lot of time in meditation, anchoring within, making the mind peaceful, rising above the egocentric standpoint. As a result, what happens? You see his life in the family. What does this picture of Lord Shiva convey to you? Peaceful family? Correct. Harmony, peace. But you see, why is that peace there? Then there are all opposite forces there. You see, lion and cow, the bull and the lion, peacock and the snake, mouse and the snake. You see all those, then one understands how can we be harmony. There are all forces which are opposite to each other. But still the whole life of Lord Shiva, the family is harmonious. Why? Because they are anchored within. When anchoring happens within, the mind is strong, one rises above the ego, then there is peace, there is harmony, there is bliss. And hence it is that Shivji's example is given there. So religion helps us to live this life of harmony and gain the points. The objective of religion is that. In the world we see one of them will be lacking. Either dynamism is lacking or inner peace is lacking. So there will be people who are very, very dynamic but who are not spending time for anchoring within. There are people who are spending time anchoring within but not able to contributed the world outside, fallen into tamas in fact, in the name of anger. So this balance is a very, very important aspect. In our daily life also we can apply this. That some time can I spend in turning within, doing some japa, some sadhana, experiencing inner peace and happiness. And when I'm living in the world, I should remember that one simple question, am I taking it personally? I should ask that whenever there is a problem or the mind is disturbed. Am I taking this personally? Even simple things like I send a message to somebody and they don't reply. I take it personally that the person is not caring about me, is ignoring me. I can ask myself with one simple question, am I taking this personally? If I am, then I should rise about it. That person may have so many other reasons why they are not replying. And worst come worst, if I have a doubt, what can I do? I can call, I can ask what happened, I send a message, reply didn't come, can you please let me know? Over, matter ends there. But if I take it personally, now I'm boiling from you. Person is ignoring me, why did this happen? I treated that person so nicely. Now so much everything. So a person who knows this art of anchoring within as well as not taking things personally, keeping it in the proper context, perspective, taking it objectively, that person will have happiness. So how do I live in harmony? What are the practices that I can do? 3 values for sure. Satyam, Ahimsa, Brahmacharya itself will bring me that much of inner strength. Second, learn to view the problem in perspective of the totality, not take it personally. Third, sit still for some time daily, doing nothing. Just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, sit quietly. And fourth, I can do is pay attention to what is happening around me. Just perceive, don't react. Suppose I see, I hear some sounds of birds. I sit quietly and just hear the chirping of the birds. Now I don't sit and brood which are these birds, what is the type of the bird, what is the color of the bird, nothing. I am sitting quietly, just observing, listening, perceiving to the sounds that are there around me. If I want to do it with open eyes, also I can do. See the various colors, various objects, but not react. Just perceive, don't react. That's called non-judgmental observation. So if I learn to do this non-judgmental observation, where I just observe and I note, no psychological judgments I pass. How does this help? See, constantly we are judging ourselves also. We will start becoming non-judgmental about ourselves also. And slowly that's how the ego pressure becomes less. Otherwise, all the time one is judging oneself and the ego pressure is very high. When I start becoming non-judgmental, I will become free from my ego pressure. I will stop judging other people. I will start objectively looking at them also. So it's a very simple, beautiful exercise to do. Every day, spend a few minutes in non-judgmental awareness. If I see the ocean, if I see the sky, if I see anything, and I just see it without judgment. Because I see a flower, immediately judgments will come out. Flower is nice, flower or not nice. This has smell, this does not have smell. Or some memory will come up. 2 years back, on my birthday, a bouquet was given. I started judging and I started speaking on the present. And now I'm not seeing the flower anymore. So that way, one can apply these techniques of how to live in non-judgmental awareness. So for today, we will do the practice. Last 5 minutes we have. We will sit still at the body level and try to be aware of what is happening around us. So sit erect. Close your eyes. The head, the neck, and the spine in a straight line. Relax your shoulder. Come to a comfortable posture. Let your feet be firmly on the ground. Hands on your thighs. Palms facing the sky. Have a gentle smile on your face. Invoke gratitude in your heart and thank the Lord for all the blessings and challenges that we have. These blessings and challenges, they help us to evolve. To be thankful for whatever we have gone through in life. Learn to accept. Each and everything has taught us, molded us to be what we are. So just be grateful for every single thing. Suggest to the mind that for the next 5 minutes, I'm steady and still without any movement. Except breathing, no other movement. Just observe the body. Let it be still. Observe what is happening around you. Be aware of the simple happenings around you. Without any reactions, just perceive. The chillness in the atmosphere, the sound of the AC, the feel of the ground below your feet, the chair on which you are sitting, the sound that you are hearing through the microphone. Just be aware without any reaction. Be aware of your body, from the head to the toes. As though you are watching your own body from outside as an object. Let your breathing be slow, steady, and deep. From the world outside to the body, and from the body to the breath. These are simple steps to turn within. Be aware of each and every breath that you are taking or breathing. Feel that with every breath that you are taking in, you are taking strength. Your entire body is flooded with energy and strength. And with every breath you breathe, let go of any stress and we pray for the well-being of the whole universe. May everyone be happy, everyone be healthy, may no one suffer. Send out love and happiness to the entire universe. As though from your heart you are transmitting love and happiness to the whole universe. You can repeat after me. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramanaः. Sarve santu niramanaः. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkhamat bhavet. Ma kaschit dukkhamat bhavet. Asato ma satgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Hari Om, Shri Guru Namaha. Hari Om, Shri Guru. your palms, place them on the face and move towards the left.